Hello friends, welcome to our channel. Today we are going to solve questions from question number 19. We were solving, let us work out 4 from the chapter rectangular parallelepiped or cuboid. This is from the book Ganit Prakash of class 10. Today we are going to start from question number 19. Now, question number 19 says, for elevating 6.5 decimeter of a lowland with a length of 48 meter and a breadth of 31.5 meter, it is decided that the soil will be collected by scooping a hole in a nearby land. Length of the hole is 27 meter, breadth 18.2 meter. So let us calculate the depth of the hole in meter. So this is our diagram. So this is our lowland and this is our hole. This hole is created to transfer the soil into the lowland. So the soil is being transferred from this hole to the lowland. We want to elevate the height of the lowland. That is why we are taking soil from this place. So the dimensions are given for the lowland and length and breadth are given for the hole, but the depth is not given. We need to calculate the depth. So let us first calculate the volume of soil that can be taken out from this hole, and that soil is actually transferred to this place. So the volume of this region, the volume of the elevated land should be equal to the volume of the soil. Now let us solve it. 6.5 decimeter can be written as 0.65 meter. So this is 0.65. So the volume is in meter cube. Now, and the volume of soil removed from the hole is equal to, the volume of soil removed from the hole is equal to 27 into 18.2 into d meter cube. So this soil is used to fill up this region. So these two must be equal. Therefore 27 into 18.2 into h into d is equal to, d is the depth of the hole, okay, in meter, d meter. So this is our d. So if we solve it, we are getting 2 meter. So this is our depth. Now let us proceed to our next question. Question number 20. Sorry friends, this is actually question number 19. I have made a mistake. This is question number 19. Now we are proceeding to question number 20. Question number 20 says there were 800 liter, 725 liter and 575 liter kerosene oil in 3 kerosene oil drums of the house. The oil of these 3 drums is poured into a cuboidal pot, and for this the depth of oil in drums becomes 7 decimeter. If the ratio of the length and breadth of the cuboidal pot is 4 is to 3, then let us write by calculating the length and breadth of the pot. If the depth of the cuboidal pot would be 5 decimeter, then let us calculate whether 1620 liter oil can be kept in it or not. Question number 20, let us draw it. So we have a container which is a cuboid. And total volume of oil that has been transferred to this container is 800 liter, 725 liter, 575 liter. So this is so 2100 liter. When this much oil is transferred to this container, then the height of the liquid inside it becomes 7 decimeter. This is our oil. So the height becomes 7 decimeter. Okay. Now the length and breadth we do not know. Okay. So let us assume. Okay. So it is given that length, the ratio of length and breadth of this container is 4:3. So we can assume that the length is, okay, we are assuming that the length is 4x, okay, decimeter, and the breadth is 3 decimeter, 3x decimeter. The length is 4x decimeter and the breadth is 3 decimeter, okay, 3x decimeter, okay. Now the volume of the oil inside the container is, therefore the volume of the oil inside the container is equal to length, that means 4x, into breadth, that is 3x, into height, that is 7 dcm cube, okay, dcm cube. So it gives us 84 x square dcm cube. So this is the volume. And this volume is actually equal to this volume. These two are equal. So we can equate them. 84 x square equal to 2100. We are cancelling numerator and denominator by 21. So it becomes 25. So x is 5 decimeter. So x is 5 decimeter. Therefore length is equal to 4x. That means breadth. That means now, so we have determined its length and breadth. Now second part of the question, which says if the depth of this container is, if the depth of this container, that means this part, becomes 5 decimeter, then whether or not we could accommodate 1620 liter of oil in it. Okay, so if the depth of this container becomes 5 decimeter, then its dimensions become, let us write it. So if the then volume equal to length 20 decimeter, breadth 15 decimeter, and depth 5 decimeter. So this is dcm cube. So this is 1500 liter. So we can see that if the depth is 5 decimeter, then we can accommodate maximum 1500 liter in inside the container. So 1620 liter cannot be placed inside that container. So this is our answer. Now friends, let us proceed to next question. Question number 21. Question number 21 says the daily requirements of water of 3 families in our 3-storied flat are 1200 liter, 1050 liter and 950 liter respectively. After fulfilling these requirements, in order to put up a tank again, after fulfilling these requirements, in order to put up a tank again and to deposit to store 25% of the required water. Okay, only a land having the length of 2.5 meter and breadth 1.6 meter has been procured. Let us calculate the depth of the tank in meter. That should be made. If the breadth of the land would be more by 4 decimeter, then let us calculate the depth of the tank to be made. Okay. The language of the question is really weird, but let me explain it properly. So, first let us write the water requirements. ठीक है तो? So, 1200 liter first family, 1050 liter second family, 950 liter third family. So total, so after meeting the water requirement, the tank must contain 25% more water than the requirement. That means so this is our requirement and the tank must contain 25% extra water. Therefore, sorry, 25%. Tank must contain 25% extra water. Therefore, 3200 liter plus 25% of 3200 liter. This much water must be there. So the tank must contain 4000 liter of water. This is what the question is trying to say. Now we have a place where we are going to place this water tank. We are going to keep this water tank, and the dimensions of that place are given. That means, okay, so let us assume this is the region where we are going to build where we are going to build the tank. Okay, this is the region where we are going to build the tank, or we are going to put the tank. So dimensions of this region are given. This is 2.5 meter and this is 1.6 meter. Now we are going to place a tank in which must contain this much volume of water. So we need to find out the height of the water tank. So let us assume this is the height. Okay. Of the water tank. Okay. So this water tank must hold this much water. So the volume of this water tank having length 2.5 meter, breadth 1.6 meter and height h meter, or you can say h decimeter. Okay, must accommodate this much of water. So these two volumes are equal. Therefore we can say let the depth of the water tank be h dcm. Length is given, which is 2.5 meter. That means 25 decimeter. Breadth is also given, which is 1.6 meter. That means 16 dcm. Okay, so these are our dimensions. Therefore volume of the tank 25 into 16 into h dcm cube. Okay, that means 25 into 16 into h liter, because 1 decimeter cube is 1 liter. Okay, we know this. 1 dcm cube is equal to 1 liter. So this volume should be equal to 4000 liter of water. Therefore so the height should be, or the depth should be 160 decimeter. That means 16 meter. This is the answer of our first part. Now it has another part. Now the question says, if the dimensions of the place where we are going to put the tank change, then let us assume uh, this is our plot where we are going to place the tank. Now the question says, if the breadth is increased by 4 decimeter, so previous breadth was 16 decimeter, it is again increased by 4 decimeter. Now it is 20 dcm, and the length remains same, 25 dcm. Now calculate the height of the water tank. So now let us assume the height of the water tank V. This is our height. Height of the water tank V. H1. So we can easily understand that if the area of the base increases, then to accommodate the same volume of water we need a height which is less than the previous height. So it must come uh, so the height must be below 16 meter. Therefore we can say 25 into 20 into H1, let us write it before doing. If the breadth increases by 4 dcm, let the new depth be H1 dcm. Therefore this is our new volume, which is again equal to 4000 liter. Sorry, I have made a mistake here. Okay, I have forgot to transfer 16 to the right side. So this must be 16. So this is actually 10. Okay, so the answer should be 10 decimeter. not 16 meter. Sorry friends for my mistake. So the previous height of the tank should be 10 decimeter. Now if we increase the breadth, then the new height becomes 8 decimeter. So these are our two answers. I hope you have understood it. Now let us proceed to next question. Question number 22 says the weight of a wooden box with 5 centimeter thickness along with its coverings along with its covering, okay, is 115.5 kg. But the weight of the box filled with rice is 880.5 kg. The length and breadth of the inner side of the box are 12 decimeter, 8.5 decimeter respectively, and the weight of 1 cubic decimeter rice is 1.5 kg. Let us write the inner height of the box after calculation. Let us calculate the total expenditure to color the outside of the box. If the rate is rupees 1.50 per square decimeter. Okay, so let us try to solve it. So we have a wooden box and it has a thickness of 5 centimeter. So this is something like this. Okay. So here we cannot neglect the thickness of the box. So this box will have inner and outer dimensions which are different. So the thickness of its wall, so this thickness you can say, okay, if we consider, okay, this thickness, I hope it is visible. Okay, this thickness is given which is 5 centimeter. The length and breadth of the inner side, so let us denote the inner dimensions by small letters. Okay, inner dimensions. Okay, so length is given which is 12 decimeter. Breadth is also given which is 8.5 decimeter. And height, okay, this is what we do not know. Okay, and outer dimensions, let us represent them by capital letters. Now if you see carefully, you will understand that the if inner length, okay, if inner length is 12 decimeter, okay, let us assume this is the inner length L. So to find out the outer dimension, we need to add thickness to the both side of length. That will give us the outer dimension. That means we need to add thickness twice with 12 decimeter to find capital L. I am repeating again, to find out the outer length, we need to add thickness twice. Okay, this is our inner length. So if we add thickness to the right side and if we add thickness to the left side, it will give us the outer length. Okay, so it is actually 12 plus 5 centimeter, that means half decimeter. So 2 into half, 2 into 0.5, that means 13 dcm. Breadth, similarly thickness 2 times should be added, and height we are going to find out, which should be equal to inner height plus 2 into 0.5. I have your, I think this is clear to you. The box also has a lid, that means covering. Now the question says weight of box plus weight of rice is equal to kg, and weight of only box is equal to 115.5 kg. Therefore, if we subtract this from the first equation, we are getting weight of rice. So 765 kg. Now one dcm cube rice weighs 1.5 kg. Therefore, if we divide this mass by this mass, we are actually getting the volume. This is the mass of unit volume. This is the total mass. So when total mass is divided by the mass of unit volume, it gives us the volume. So volume of rice is equal to dcm cube. So volume of rice, this volume is placed inside this box. So this is the inner volume of, this is the volume of this container. Okay, therefore we can say this is the volume of the container. So therefore volume of the box, because so this is the volume of the box. So 510 dcm cube. Okay, this is the volume. Now again, volume of the box is equal to, from these dimensions, 12 into 8.5 into h. So these two volumes are equal, therefore so the inner height is 5 decimeter. So we can say that the outer height should be 5 plus 1, that means 6 dcm. Now we have outer dimensions, and the first part of the question is solved. And now the next part says, let us calculate the total expenditure to color the outside of the box. Okay, so we need to find out the outer surface area equal to 2 into length breadth plus breadth height plus height length. So this is our outer surface area. So the price per square decimeter is 1.50. Okay. So therefore total cost is equal to 517 into 1.50 rupees. So this is our answer. So these are our two answers. So that's all, friends, for today. Tomorrow we shall come with another video where we shall be solving the rest of the questions of from this chapter. If you have any question or any doubt, you can leave that below in the comment section. I shall try to answer them. And if you liked my videos, please like, share, and subscribe. Thank you.